Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Equal Access Talk Show on Zondex TV. Tonight, we are joined by a delegation from Johannesburg, Mr. Anele Ndlovu, the president of Zim-SA Forum. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, and good evening to your viewers.
I'm also joined by Ms. Dr. Shingi Mutanga, Secretary General of Zim-SA Forum. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening to you, evening viewers.
On my far right is Deputy President of Zim-SA of ZIMSACCI, Mr. Edmore Chinhamo. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening to you and your viewers.
Thank you very much. Of late, there's been a lot of talk about Zimbabweans not being uniting together in diaspora for a common purpose, vision, and a goal. So today we are joined by this delegation from Johannesburg. They've formed an organization called Zim-SA Forum. So they are here to unpack to us what is it all about and why should we, everybody, unite under that one banner. Ms. Anele Ndlovu, what was the vision behind Zim-SA Forum?
The vision behind the formation of Zim-SA Forum was to bring Zimbabweans together. Over the years, we've realized our fractious nature, that we normally want to work in silos, but it's not helping. We have got a country to look after, to take care of. We have to be part of the development. We have to be part of the solution. So for those particular reasons and many others that we may not have time to mention, we definitely have to come together and build something stronger and solid. As a team, we can do better. As individuals, we cannot achieve much. Our country needs us, Zimbabwe needs us. We need to drive investment. We need to go back home and look at the opportunities that are there and start expediting them. So we can only do those things together as a team, not as individuals.
Dr. Shingi, what should an ordinary person expect from Zim-SA Forum?
Zim-SA Forum is a conduit through which us as Zimbabweans, we united, we can bring back a future Zimbabwe that we all wish for and all aim for. This conduit is an apolitical organization, and I want to repeat, it's an apolitical organization, irrespective of which political party you belong to or affiliated to. Here's a platform for us to unite and have one voice that drives economic transformation, economic turnaround for the benefit of Zimbabweans, not only in Zimbabwe, but also in the diaspora, because our welfare outside our home country hinges also on the welfare of those that we have left back home. So here is an opportunity of a forum, a platform that we have created with the zeal and the drive to energize all Zimbabweans in oneness, in unity, to drive economic growth for our own country.
Thank you very much. Mr. Anele Ndlovu, do you have structures already in place for this Zim-SA Forum? What brings you here to Cape Town today?
Thank you so much for that particular question. Zim-SA is a unifying force. So basically what we're doing, we've embarked on a journey, realizing that Zimbabweans are all over South Africa. There's a need for us to engage each and every other Zimbabwean who is playing an active role in the interest of Zimbabweans and the economy as well. To engage everybody, we are here to meet the team here, yourself and everybody else who's here, so that we can build one force that can play a huge role in changing the landscape of the economy of Zimbabwe. And we want to achieve that by, as we are here, it's a journey that we are embarking on to go to every province, to every part of South Africa, to speak to every Zimbabwean, to say, let's come together, let's move as a pack, let's move as a team, from your business people, to your professionals, to your youth, and to also our general public, like people work in the restaurants, people, gardeners and everybody else. We want everybody to come together and let's unite and build our country.
Mr. Edmore Chinhamo, you are one of the leadership of Zimbabwe South Africa Chamber of Commerce and Industry. What is your comment with regards to the Zim-SA forum?
I think these are exciting times because we've been long looking for a unified strategy towards dealing with issues that affect us as Zimbabweans. And with the Zim-SA forum coming into picture, we hope that we are going to collaborate and get all the fragmented initiatives that are all over South Africa into a one unified force. There is obviously power in numbers. So we are looking to lobby the South African government, lobby the Zimbabwean government as one voice for the betterment of our people in the diaspora. We really welcome the initiatives.
Dr. Shingi,
Yes.
can you just maybe briefly mention some of the benefits that an individual person can benefit from joining the Zim-SA forum organization?
Right. Certainly, we are looking at an organization that is a hub for everyone. By hub for everyone, I mean, as the president has alluded to, we have those people who are within the business sector. Right. Obviously, their aspirations and their vision when they see an organization like this are to see a platform which brings investment opportunities for them. And as a forum, I'm glad to say today the president has just returned from back home. And for those that look into the news, ZBC, in the newspapers, I'm sure you have already seen or read a delegation and a few investors that actually have gone to Zimbabwe to try and look for opportunities that are there. Not only look for opportunities, but also to look at what are the sort of challenges and the skepticism that is around the world, particularly when it comes to investment back home. And we are saying to the investors or potential investors and those people who are into business, we know Zimbabweans have done successfully well across Africa and across the world. And we are saying, let it not only benefit the respective countries where we are residing in right now, but it can also benefit our country back home. So for investors or for those people within the business sector, here's an opportunity for you to get a forum that will help and aid in driving investment opportunities back home. To the sector that goes with professionals, there is an array of professionals from all sectors across the government, especially here in South Africa. You look at the banking sector, you look at the academic sector, you have a lot of professors, doctors, who are in several organizations who are doing fundamentally well, phenomenal work for the good of the South African government and for the good of the country actually that they are residing in. We have been doing so well back home then, but because of economic hardships they have left and they are here in the diaspora. And all we are saying is there's still a possibility that us as one voice, with the skills that we do have, we can impart those skills to the generation that we have left back home. And here's a platform that can drive and the aspirations of the professionals and the potential that is there, be it at higher tertiary institutions, universities, and so forth, coming to the general public, which is also a key arm that we also, our mothers who are working in those homes, our sisters who are working as domestic workers and so forth. We are also looking into that to provide a platform for them to also find ways through which their skills and also their remittances perhaps can actually make an interest back home to the families that they've left. Last but not least, the youth, of course, of which here's a platform which is also looking at, for example, our vision is to come up with like a youth development fund, which actually is driven by the diasporans to drive projects for the youths and to drive initiatives that benefits our youth, because it's the future generation that is going to take toll in the development of our country.
Thank you very much with that comment, Dr. Shingi. Mr. Anele Ndlovu, we are a very skeptical nation. We are a very kind of, how do we trust this organization to help us invest back home to help us, to represent us in terms of the labor relations? How do you assist us in terms of accessing those loans that the banks cannot give to ordinary people? What kind of role is the ZIM-SA forum coming to play to assist me to get a loan to start my business or to build my property back home?
Well, on the issue of skepticism, that's why probably we haven't achieved much over the years, because we have been very skeptical. Fairly understandably, probably some of you have experienced difficulties in terms of people coming with different promises per se, and yet not delivering. This is a unique organization that, if I may say this, most of the stuff that has been done to date has been self-funded by the executive team to make sure that the organization is running properly without any membership being contributed. And this is what we've achieved. Number one, we have managed to successfully engage the government of Zimbabwe on issues concerning the economy, on issues concerning the diaspora as well, to say, look, we need attention. And they have come to South Africa quite a number of times to address us, including the Vice President himself, Mr. Mnangagwa. He has attended our functions to say they are ready for us, they are ready to listen to us. Just a week ago, we took an investor delegation. On that particular group, we had one of the biggest construction companies in Africa, here in South Africa and all over Africa. It's in the region. And we took as well the National Youth Development Fund, and we had TMM. TMM is a very big investment company as well. They invest in security and construction as well. And to their surprise from what they've been hearing and to their skepticism from the things that we've been seeing, when we got into the country, we were welcomed by the government with literally, they welcomed us in a very amazing way. We went from one ministry to another. We saw the ministers, we saw the people, the key people responsible for projects. We even went as far as the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. If some of you know, it's one territory that is not for everybody to enter. But we sat down with the deputy governor to try and expedite the current financial crisis, asking the relevant questions about the issues of the fiscus, talking about monetary fund and the shortage of cash and everything else. They were very honest with us. Look, as Zimbabweans, we have to learn to trust each other. Like the Ethiopians, when they built the Millennium Dam, it was the diaspora, it wasn't the local Ethiopians. When they built the 5-6 hotels that they've built now, it was the diaspora, it wasn't the locals or the government. Now they are busy building their roads. It's the diaspora, it's because of trust. Let's get to that point where we start trusting each other, where we start building something together. If we remain as we are, people will tear us apart. Everybody will take advantage of us. You guys are not going to be secure in your workplaces. The business people are not going to be secure. Nobody's going to be your voice. Give us a chance to be your voice. Give us a chance to represent you both here in South Africa, in the world. We will go into the world stage and fight for you. We will go into the United Nations and fight for you. We will go to the African Union and fight for you. We will go to the government of South Africa and fight for you. We will go to the government of Zimbabwe and fight for every other Zimbabwean. And just to emphasize, this organization is not about Zimbabweans. We'd like to appreciate the welcoming, the warmth of our fellow brothers here in South Africa and sisters, and the government as well. But we say there's still much more that needs to be done in order for us to have a good relationship. We are neighbors. We have got agreements, the bilateral agreements that exist where we can actually work together, where synergy can be found. Those are the areas that we intend tapping into as quickly as we can. We have engaged our ambassador, we have engaged the consulate, we've engaged our Department of Economic Planning to say we want to develop exchange programs where Zimbabweans come to South Africa and South Africans go to Zimbabwe, so that we develop each other and we exchange skills in agriculture, in mining, in engineering, building roads. We have got a lot more construction to do than South Africa has. South Africa is running out. I think a lot of companies in South Africa start thinking of engaging us so that we can take them to Zim and give them opportunities so that we can synergize and build this relationship. We are brothers and sisters. Let's forget about the differences. Let's look at the issue of our relationship that has gone over the years. We have fought so many battles in history together. Some of the generals used to report in Salisbury, which is now called Harare. There's a history to that. They were arrested and put in jails in Salisbury because it was the central of how the colonial system ran. We are brothers, we are one, we are Africans. Let's focus on that. And let me emphasize this particular point. As Africans and as Zimbabweans, let's learn to trust each other. I implore you to trust Zim-SA Forum, to take your agenda forward. Give us the chance, give us the benefit of the doubt, see what we can do for you.
Thank you very much. Absolutely, we need that trust. Dr. Shingi, just a quick one. Why did the government decide to come up with a diaspora policy document?
Obviously, the government at this point in time realized that there's great potential that can be tapped onto from the diaspora. And Zimbabwe never had such a policy that advocates and looks into the diaspora. And having a policy enacted and actually in place, it creates then a platform through which the government can engage with the diaspora. And our existence coincidentally comes now because it's not the government that has propelled or come to us to say formalize yourself, but it's Zimbabweans who are in the diaspora with a shared vision, who share the same sentiments, who just felt that united as a front, perhaps we can probe the government. So we are coming actually at a right time where the government, yes, on the other hand, created a platform to engage with us, yet at the same time, us within the diaspora have already created a platform to engage with the government. So we are meeting actually in the middle of the cross for a common good and for common vision, which is for the betterment of the country and us as individuals.
Thank you very much. Mr. Edmore, what's your take on Zimbabwe South Africa Chamber of Commerce incorporated into the Zim-SA Forum?
I think from the direction of things and from the value proposition that is being brought forward by the Zim-SA Forum, I think is the way to go. I think, as I indicated earlier, that there is power in numbers. I think we need to deal with these issues as a collective. And I would like to appeal to Zimbabweans in Cape Town to say that we are going to take advantage of a networking event that's taking place on the 3rd of December to actually explain what this partnership is, or rather what this merging is all about. So I think that's the way to go. We are definitely getting into the partnership.
Thank you very much. Your closing arguments.
In closing, I would like to say there's no better opportunity than this. Our government is listening. They are coming through. They are meeting us halfway. We have to meet them somewhere. And secondly, nobody is going to build Zimbabwe for us. It is upon us to take that first step and start building our country. And we have to move as a united front. I would also like to emphasize the point that let's sell Zimbabwe in a positive manner. When we take those phones, those smartphones, when we go on Twitter, we go on Facebook, in each and every other platform that we go to, let's not portray our own country in a bad manner. We have got families there. We have got brothers, we have got sisters. We have got a country to build. So in that case, let's be careful of what we throw into the media. And let's be careful of the kind of message that we send. Let's build brand Zimbabwe. Let's build it, make it stronger, and attract investment and work together as a perk to achieve one common goal, rebuild our country.
Your closing comments, Doctor?
You and me, we have a role to play. play your part, make your little contribution towards economic recovery of our nation, not only for your good, but for the good of the nation. Let alone, I want to appreciate the Zimbabweans in Cape Town. We have already been having a shared vision and have done well, I think, in amalgamating yourselves and bringing yourselves to the day we are in today, and which actually expedites the whole process of us unifying as one voice as we lobby to these governments, both in South Africa and in Zimbabwe. We lobby with one voice as Zimbabweans. And in unity, we achieve greatness. And I believe the future is in our hands.
Absolutely. Closing comments?
I think, as the president has said, I think we must learn to trust each other as Zimbabweans. Let's just rebuild Zimbabwe as a collective, because it's your responsibility, it's my responsibility, it's all our responsibility. Let's do it.
There we have it, viewers. We share the same vision, we share the same goal, we are heading towards the right direction. Let's trust each other, let's help to build our country. If nobody can do it, we are the only people who can do it. We are the only people who can invest back in our own country. We can rebuild our country and rebrand it, the brand new Zimbabwe. Thank you very much, viewers, for watching SHAMU's Equal Access Talk Show on Zondex TV.